Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Redneck Champion. Today I'm bringing you another of our Skyrim guides in which we will dive into the depths of some of the dungeons in the world and see what kind of secrets they have. I'll try to give you some tips and some tricks on how to go about finding these things while taking the least amount of damage as well as having the most fun. So within the place we're looking at today, we're going to be going into Fall Gunthor. It's a place actually in the Hyjal March. It's actually north of I think it is Morthal, and actually a bit north, northeast, northwest. It's north of Morthal though. You'll be able to find it on any kind of map, and it's a very, very good place to go. Specifically because of some different quests you have to go through when you go into there. So if you've already started the Forbidden Legend quest, I believe it is. It's a side quest in the game that you can follow along. It'll allow you to take place a little bit more of that quest here. You have to go to this our location here in order to continue on with that. And the Forbidden Legend quest is actually basically you need to go and kill these brothers. And the brothers is actually one of the bosses inside of this place. And his name is Macrol Gorderson. It's the best way I know how to say that. I probably slaughtered his name and I apologize, but as good as I know how to say it. I don't really speak Nord that well. But basically, there's a lot of traps inside here that you got to watch out for, and that's one thing you really need to make sure you watch out for is a lot of the traps. There's all kinds of different ones, and we will see those as we go along. You'll need to pick up a lot of the different little special loot. There are some skill books. There are some the god or amulet fragments that's there, and there's also a unique weapon that you'll see later on at the very end of this video. So stay tuned for that special unique weapon. But as you can see here, you go up to this tent and get this little book, this little diary, a journal, and that one of the explorers left. That way I'll allow you to actually continue on with the side quest here. Then you'll want to come up, try to loot everything you can find, get the soul gems that's laying around possibly. And that's one location there. I want to show you the location where we're at. And just so you know as well, the recommended level for this dungeon is just level 6. So as long as you've done a couple of the starting area quests, you can come here with no problem whatsoever. So as always, when you come into a dungeon, make sure you've got everything looted. There's a lot of Draugr here, and it's really easy to get a whole lot of gold just by following them. Right here's the first trap you're going to have to bypass. Is the fire trap. Most of the time, the traps are not going to do that much damage, but it could be detrimental to you if you've been chased or trying to be ambushed by a lot of the Draugr or by some bandits or whatever's inside of these dungeons at the time. But a lot of times the trap doesn't hurt you that much. Now maybe if you're, say, a mage or somebody wearing robes, then a trap could be pretty detrimental to you. But right now, no big deal. Right now, this little area here, these puzzles, it's already been solved. Don't worry about anything. The expedition team who already come in before you, they already solved that beginning area. We'll come back to that a little bit later, but right now, don't worry about that. Just pass on through. Be sure to pull this chain so that your follower, if you have one like I do, can go through and continue on with the rest of the dungeon. I hadn't figured it out just yet here, but I wanted to show you, this is a normal idea. Don't feel lonely if you think you need to do something here, because I did. And I finally figured that it's okay, I can continue on. The gates were already raised, I was good to go. So here I see that the gate fell behind me, and closed Lydia off. So I opened it up real quickly to allow her to come in to help me out. Dispersing of these skeletons is no big deal in these other Draugr. It's really not. I mean, they don't even have armor on. Some of them don't. They're just coming up to you with cloth or rags on. And wielding bows and axes that don't really do anything. Lydia there, my follower, she can pretty well disperse of anybody who comes at me without me even taking part in it. Here is a spike trap that if you're not careful, you could actually be stabbed by these spikes. I don't recommend going down low enough in the water when you're trying to loot the items to actually get stabbed. It's not a good thing. But you'll figure it out as time goes on. So loot these people here, especially this corpse around the corner, because this is the actual guy, the expedition leader, the Danis Valen. Danis Valen. He has the notes you need to read to continue on with this quest. You'll also get the ivory claw, which you have to have if you want to get what we come here for mainly, our next dragon shout, the frost breath. It's one of the words of that. So obviously there's going to be more words we're going to find. So there's going to be more than just one part here for this Frost Breath playthrough, or Frost Breath guides, I guess you could say. Now, when you cross that bridge, all you're going to find here is a chest after you fight off those 2 Draugrs. But it's a good chest. It's good to have. It's apprentice level. You know, even if you're not a high level lockpicking, this is pointed out to me by some of my viewers, and thank you all so much. Even if you're low level at lockpicking, you need to lockpick everything. At least attempt it. Because even though you're breaking lockpicks, if you notice the little bar at the bottom, it's still going up. You're still leveling up your lockpicking just by going about trying to unlock something. So this combination here is you want to flip both switches to your left and the first switch you come to on your right, and that will open up all 3 gates. No big deal whatsoever. Here's a little rock fall, rolling rock, whatever you want to call it, trap, but the Draugr down there actually releases himself. I don't know what the point of that was, but he was really easy to kill because of that. There's some Draugr in here sitting in the thrones. You can take them out before they even set up if you want to. No big deal. This is a room where some puzzles begin. I actually had a little bit of trouble with this, so don't feel bad if you do yourself. The room to the right, as I was standing there, is the combination room that you actually need to go in, figure out the combination for these pillars. I had the office time ever was. I couldn't figure out how to actually line them up. Should I stand in front and see what, and, you know, be able to see the signs? Or what? I didn't understand what to do. And so I had office time ever was with it. And I didn't really understand what to do here. So the northeast room, if you're standing in the central room, the room on the right here, is the room that shows the combination. The northwest room, which we're in right now, is the room which you actually have to put in the combination. You have to change the pillars to whatever it is you need to do what's right. And the combination is it's pretty well simple. And I will show that to you right now here in a second, after I fail hardcore so many different times. So it's the snake, the fish, and then the hawks. This is the first time I actually finally went into the combination room. I don't know why that took me so long to go in there, but it is actually snake, fish, and then a hawk. Now, this is what actually killed me. It's from left to right, it's actually eagle, fish, snake. Because you have to actually turn the pillars the correct way. So this one should not be pointing this way. It should not be. It's basically as you go around it, whatever you see is the combination. And I want to give you a good example of that just in a second. But basically, I did want to show you that it's okay to fail, because I do it a lot. There's not much I can do about it either. I was still trying to figure out how it twisted around. I know the combination. It had to be that way, but I couldn't figure it out. And here is exactly how it has to look. The snake has to be here, the fish has to be pointing outward as well, and then the eagle has to be pointed outward as well. Like, it has to be pointed outwards in a circle. And then you just simply walk back over to the central room here and pull the chain, and then you'll just walk down these stairs. Very simple. I mean, I guess a caveman could do it, but this caveman couldn't do it. I don't understand what happened. It was very complicated for me for some reason. So here's some of the frostbite spiders that you need to make sure that you are kind of watching out for. They shouldn't be too much trouble to actually kill and take down, especially if you're, using anything basically. At this point, I'm level 14, so if this is a level 6 dungeon, it shouldn't take you anything to kill these guys. Lydia had to make quick work with these cats. They don't even know what hits them, other than a giant war blade, a big war axe. So I just want to make sure there was nothing here. Make sure there's no treasures or coin purses. A lot of times there are coin purses laying everywhere. And if you just look around, you'll find all kinds of extra gold to be used. Always get your ingredients, guys. Get those ingredients. Frostbite spiders have good venom that can be used in many different things. Many different potions and poisons. It's very important to use those things. So there's a few good health potions around here. Here's our actual room in which we're going to have to put in our Nordic puzzle solution. I guess is the best way to put it. But guess what? We have to kill some Draugrs. How did you guess? Y'all so smart. I just love how smart y'all are. But like I said, I could basically stand there at this point and let Lydia just take them all down with her big two-handed weapon. I love my followers, guys. If you don't have a follower by now, that is probably the biggest tip I can give you in this video over all else. Get you a follower. Give them some good weapons, some good armor, and let them just kill, pillage. So if you continue on with this, you'll be able to go up shortly to the wall after, of course, looting everything. You need to make sure you loot everything in here, because obviously you never know when something a little bit rare, a little bit special may pop up, especially if you're in here around level 6. I like the combination here because it's something that's completely different than normal. Before we never actually had a dragon emblem, and now we do. The combination is the top one is eagle, the next one down, the second one is eagle, and the third one is dragon. We've never had dragon yet so far, at least I haven't seen it. I know there's all kinds of different things, so I'm just starting on this as far as that goes with doing the dungeons. Many of you have already played through the whole entire game, probably once, twice, 3 times, who knows. But I enjoy it so much, I'm trying to do every single quest. But this combination is really easy. I mean, obviously, you just use the little solution on the bottom of the clock. Now that we're going in here, we're fixing to go into the main boss's room. The crypt of this whole Micro Gauderson, however you want to say his name. I know I'm slaughtering that, guys, but you gotta overlook it. I'm a redneck. What do you expect? I don't really speak Nordic. I'm sorry. But this is gonna be a pretty good little intense fight. And there's different ways to go about doing these fights after you collect all the gold, of course, and all the potions and all the little lovely little items laying around. Just saying, pick me up, please. I thought these steel Imperial gauntlets would be really, really good, but actually they're no better than what I already have on. So I didn't really want them at all. But basically, as we go through here, there's going to be a whole lot of Draugr that actually come out of their tombs to come kind of ambush you. But here's the biggest tip I want to give you guys. I'm gonna give this to you freely today. Consider this my charity for the day. If you're leveled higher than 6 at all, like I'm level 14, you have your follower along with you. For instance, like I do here today, I got Lydia. Allow all the other Draugrs to do whatever they want to. Okay, don't do like I just did and kill your follower. I just destroyed my follower, Lydia. Bless her heart, I miss her. But just go straight for the Gauderson guy, the main boss here, and just kill him. Because if you kill him, only the Draugrs who's already rezzed will come out to hit you. You'll be able to actually dispose of the rest of them very quickly. I tried using a soul trap here so I could fill a gem on the boss, but unfortunately I didn't have enough mana because I'm mainly leveling up right now my health. Because I'm kind of a spell sword kind of person. I finally figured that out and just decided to kill him before he tries to kill me. So, whoop-doo. So once he's dead, everybody else kind of just vanishes and dies as well. So it's pretty sweet, actually. And I just now realized, though, as I was doing this fight, that Lydia is dead. And I have probably like 5,000 or 6,000 gold of items. So here's a memorial to her. So, Lydia's back, guys. Check it out. So I basically reloaded, and I went all the way back through this whole entire dungeon and didn't kill her the second time through. But basically, that image, that video I just showed you, that little clip, was when me and her went into another dungeon and we defeated one of these other Gauderson brothers. So I mean, it is a lot of fun. I mean, we've been through a lot together already, and I probably would never use another companion. I'll probably never use another follower besides her. She is so awesome. So use the claw to unlock the door. After you get done, you get a unique weapon from the Gauderson. It is actually the Gaudor Black Blade. It's kind of a it drains your health, and the person who's wielding the sword actually acquires the health that is drained from the victim of the blade strike. So you can go in here and you want to loot all these different things. There's a really nice shield there for anyone who's just doing sword shield builds. There's a lot of gold, 181 gold I received, and Elven Helmet of Destruction is so awesome if, for say, you're somebody who's just kind of wanting to go a light armor and be a spellcaster at the same time. I'm gonna actually disenchant that and put it on my heavy armor. But here you can walk up, absorb your next word, which is the frost breath. Your breath is winter. Your thumb is a blizzard. And I have to say, guys, frost breath is pretty awesome. It slows them down when you actually hit an enemy with it, and it allows you to be able to either kite from them quicker, or it allows you to just destroy them a lot faster, and you can take them down really quickly. So I really think it's a worthwhile dragon shout to pick up. Don't forget to loot these little items here. There's a few little things there you can loot, but I mean, as far as that goes, I don't really need the money. I don't really use that much gold, because right now all I'm doing is exploring, and when you explore and you do quests, you reap the benefits, baby. You reap the benefits because you're getting all this good items with this good gold. But most of the time, honestly, I'm DEing like everything. Like, I'm disenchanting everything I come up to because it's got some good spells or good enchants that I want to put on my items. So honestly, even if it's worth like 1,000 gold, I end up disenchanting it because I like that spell. I like that enchant that I can put on it. So you're going to have to go through, like always, there's a little exit you can go, but you still have to run through a small little portion of the dungeon, nothing at all. And there's one little tidbit here I want you to come back to not forget. There's one of these keyholes you need to activate that will allow you to have, I guess you could say, some extra treasure, or an extra chance to lockpick some treasure. It's this one right here on the right side as you're walking in the room. It allows this door to drop away, and there'll be a nice little chest over here just waiting for you to grab a hold of it and just pick it open. Just lockpick it to death. It's an apprentice level lock, so it'll be a little bit difficult probably for you, especially if you're around level 6. But you know, it's worth it because you get some 13 gold. I mean, you know, it's just 13 gold, but it helps you level up your lockpicking, so that's what matters. But anyways, guys, I hope this helped you out. I know some of the words I've slaughtered and some of the traps and things I really didn't talk about, but I mean, you'll see it as you go through. The biggest thing is I wanted to just show you all that you can come here. You can go through, do some of the puzzles that can be a little tricky, like I had. I had some trouble with some of them, but I did figure it out finally, and I was able to get on through. But I hope y'all enjoyed, guys. Stay tuned for a lot more. I'm going to be covering more dragon shouts, more, actually some more guides on how to acquire some of these dragon priest masks, and how to actually go about fighting those priests. And who knows what else I'll be able to make for y'all and bring here to Realm. So, guys, as always, please like the video if you enjoyed it, if it helps you at all. Favorite the video so that this helps it get seen more and get viewed more on all the YouTube searches. And as well, guys, if you have a comment, if you have a suggestion or a question for me, leave them in the comments below. I read every single comment, and I will try to answer those that I think needs to be answered or I think's interesting. Or as always, guys, you can come over to my channel. You can subscribe to me there. You can private message me if you wish. Email me if you want to. Twitter me if you want to. It does not matter. I'm willing to listen and be there for you guys. So anyways, guys, again, thanks a lot for watching. And as always, y'all come on back now. Do you hear?